These are the exact things that show GT Goku is the greatest in all of Dragon Ball, and this video is going to explain why that is. Let's go. From the time I was young, I had many heroes who I would look up to. From the X-Men cartoon to the Justice League. These characters all had one thing in common. They would do whatever they could to protect the people of the planet. These heroes have a responsibility to do what's right because they have the ability to do so.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Now when it comes to Dragon Ball, we've seen Goku's ascension to become the world's greatest hero.
You don't have to do this!
Goodbye, friends.
Goku! Wait! Don't leave us!
Take care of your mother for me. She needs you. Tell her that I had to do this, Gohan.
Now this was Goku's greatest moment in Dragon Ball, up until Dragon Ball GT perfected his character arc.
Do you mean you're leaving us for good now?
Are you coming along, Goku?
Should've known it would end this way. Goodbye, everyone!
Dragon Ball GT tells a story about many characters, but its best story is the one that follows Goku. The way it begins is back to the roots of the character, with an adventure. In the original story, Goku sets out on an adventure to gather the 7 magic Dragon Balls, and this is also the beginning of our story in GT. The very premise about a trio is what the original Dragon Ball was built on. Goku, Bulma, and Oolong. Sometimes Krillin was there in place of Oolong, but it follows the same story. In GT, we get Goku, Trunks, and Pan. He even wears the same outfit he did in Path to Power. The Black Star Dragon Balls are even tied back to when Kami and Piccolo split. The ties to the past only continue when it's the Pilaf gang who starts the chaos as seen back in the original series.
Hey, I know you guys, don't I? I can't place it, but you look familiar. Do you know me?
Who are you?
I am the all-powerful Emperor Pilaf!
So you're the jerk that stole my Dragon Balls!
This shows that the roots of Goku's character will never be forgotten. Once the story of Dragon Ball GT takes off, one thing that is very different about Goku is his approach. He doesn't take the lead, instead Goku is there almost as an assist to the team. Pan is trying to prove herself, and Trunks is the smart one amongst the group. It's as if Goku knows this will be his last time involved with saving the world. Remember when Goku said back in the Buu saga he wanted to give the new generation a chance to prove themselves? That's exactly what Goku does in Dragon Ball GT, but far better. The only time we really saw Goku in trouble was when he went up against Super 17 and at the very end against Omega Shenron. Every other villain he could have put down in seconds when he had the upper hand. Baby he could have defeated, but he wanted to save his friends and family. Super 17, he needed the assistance to figure out how to beat him. Goku went all out and he still couldn't get by Super 17's defense. When it comes to the Shadow Dragons, Goku allowed Pan to tag along and she assisted in their defeat. At first, when I watched the Shadow Dragon saga, I never understood why Trunks was absent, but when I look back at it, it makes more sense. Goku was changing through the entire story of Dragon Ball GT, and having Pan with him at the end makes the most sense. It's his final send-off, And who better to spend it with than the granddaughter that looked up to him? Now, when I was a kid, I never truly understood the ending of Dragon Ball GT. I remember when Goku left on Shenron, I felt confused. The first time I watched it with my dad, I remember him saying, "Goku became one with the dragon when he left." It took me years to understand what he meant, and as time went on, I realized there were things he saw that I just did not understand as a child. So I did a lot of research and thinking about this topic. You see, GT is a story about Goku's final journey with the Dragon Balls. When Omega blasted him and he ended up in that crater, that's when Goku truly changed. As the creator himself said, it's almost as if Goku becomes something different entirely. You see, Goku has died a few times before. The only death coming close to this one was when he died in the Cell Saga, but ultimately he came back. This time in GT, it was really the end of Goku's arc. In essence, Goku had become something more than what anyone can comprehend. A true ascension in a matter of speaking. It's almost as if he became omnipotent. Think of some of the most iconic heroic sacrifices for the greater good. Goku's ascension becomes a hero's legacy. Think about it. That movie is based on Goku Jr., who is now looking for the Dragon Balls to save his grandmother Pan. At the end of the movie, Goku shows up and grants his wish to save Pan, and he also brings his friend back to Goku Jr. safely. This is due to Goku merging with Shenron, or becoming one with him like my father said before. I believe that when the Dragon Balls merge with Goku's body, in a manner of speaking, him and Shenron formed a unification of sorts. Goku has the ability to grant wishes, but they must be only for people who are pure. Remember, in A Hero's Legacy, Goku tells Goku Jr.,
"Stay pure. That's your armor."
It only makes sense because one thing that we learned about Goku through many stories is that he is pure and always has been.
What do you know? He's transformed. That means he's pure, even as a Super Saiyan.
If you look closely when Goku has the Spirit Bomb, he's covered in a white aura. He's never had this before. In the Saiyan Saga, he had a similar aura, but this was the energy gathering from the Spirit Bomb. In the fight with Omega Shenron, this aura is almost as a cloak of sorts. Again, this goes back to what the creator said. GT Goku is the greatest version of the character because it shows his true ascension through the series. Goku becomes something far more than a figure or even a Saiyan. The story arc comes to a close with Goku leaving. He looks back at all the memories of his life. As he flies to the sky and waves goodbye, this truly was the perfect ending to the character.
But if that day comes, there is one who will step out of the shadows and fight in the name of all that is good and true.
Till we meet again, guys!
Let me know what you guys think down below. This was the video dedicated to GT Goku and why he's the greatest version of the character that we've ever seen. So make sure you guys leave a like, hit that subscribe button, don't forget to share the video. That's all I got.